Hello everyone, welcome. And welcome back, I guess, to those who were here in the early one. Funny thing happened, I was originally going to go to a shop down the road. It turns out it opens at 4:30 in the afternoon, and it's only open for dinner. Scanned myself good. So I just went somewhere else. It's all good. Just a bit of a chill day today. It's weird being up early and then doing a second stream, I will say that much. But at least I know where I'm going for dinner. I'm gonna try to go back to that place. Because yeah, it opens at 4:30. Would have thought it opened at lunch too, but I guess not. Okay. Now I have some options. I could do some more weeklies, or I can just go back and AFK Incernium like I've been doing thus far. I do kind of want to get to 261 though. It does sound like a very enticing thing to do. I even have a bunch of points that I've disassembled on this character to buy more familiar essence. Thank you, Rich. We are back. Oh no, all the burning is gone. Third fam slot. I could, or I could not. To be honest, the third fam slot would be good, but I don't have anything worthwhile to be even put on the third fam slot. Yeah, it's actually all gone. All the burning's gone. Oh no. What a bad day to train. My Hyperion with no burning. I'm gonna be capped by the amount of fam cards, I think, anyway. So I'm not too fussed. Hello, Denny. Welcome. It's funny because I hear a bird outside my window, and that face, that emote, is kind of how I think the bird looks like when it's making that noise. But yeah, just gonna enjoy my time here while I'm motivated to train, and I will just keep pushing levels, and also trying to get the soul Erda required to unlock some of my masteries. That would be good too. So when I inevitably have to go ahead and do High Mountain, hopefully it won't be too terrible, but I already know it's going to be terrible. Sometimes it just does not get any better. Hello, Melbourne. I do apologize for my microphone being a bit squeaky. What was for lunch? Originally, I was gonna go to this Japanese place near me, but it turns out it doesn't open until 4:30. So I went to a different place and grabbed some sushi. And just kind of chilled around for a little bit. Today's been a pretty chill day, so I'm just gonna take it easy. I should probably clarify when I say sushi too. Here, most of the way that we have it is in like hand rolls. So do you know how you have like the rolls where, you know, it's got the rice, it's got the filling, whichever one you want, and then usually it gets sliced into like smaller pieces, almost bite-sized basically. Here, at least, it's very normal for them just to sell it as like a roll, just like unsliced. It's kind of like a hot dog almost, in a sense. That's generally how we buy them here, just like in those hand rolls. Like a kimbap? Yeah, like a kimbap, but you know how sushi like usually is like a little bit wider. Kimbap tends to be like kind of thin, if that makes sense. So it's kind of, it's just like those sushi platters that you might have seen, the ones with like the nori rice, but like not cut. See, fire poison? Unfortunately, I'm not a fire poison. I can show you the Blaze Wizard one, if that's what you meant. If you're expecting fire poison, this might not be what you want. But this is what the Blaze Wizard one looks like. So yeah, you got that original cutscene, and then you have the summon in the background that stays around for a little while. You guys. I don't really expect much from these puns, but I'm consistently disappointed anyway. I decided my Hyperbird. Me. I'm doing Phantom and Zero. Those are my options. Not really options. Those are my picks. I don't think I'll be changing those. No, JH, you don't understand. I'm getting both of these to 250. And that's it. Maybe, actually no, I'll probably get them to 260 just because Enlomin will be a lot faster. But I'm 100% making them from the Legion block. I could do the right thing and make damage Legion blocks. Or, I can get more EXP and more money. Thoughts? $10k Legion? Nah, that's too much effort. I'm not even like... I'm like 9.2. I don't think I'm hitting 10k anytime soon. It's okay. I'll be mostly focusing on this Blaze Wizard anyway, so during those events, I'm just gonna make them nice and strong, like the 250, 260 characters, and slowly get them to 260 in the first place. And just have them be, like, reasonably strong Enlomian mules. If I can do Enlomian quickly on those characters, I'd be pretty happy. Not really expecting to push it further than Enlomian. I was talking about it earlier. Like, if I can just do normal Lotus and Damien within about 15 minutes together, it'd be good. You know, get to Damien P, what, P2, Origin that, do some other bosses. Origin comes back off. Origin Lotus, call it a day. Hyperburn Motion 1. I don't even think you can. You guys reckon they'll let us Hyperburn Motion 1? I get the feeling they won't. Usually for these new classes they don't let you, but... times have changed. Maybe they will? No plans making fire poison? Nah, not anymore. I already have my 6 characters that I care about. I don't really want to make another character. Different event. In the past, when they've released new characters, they haven't let us like really burn them in general. So I'm not really expecting much. I'm not gonna do anything with Mosh 1 anyway. I'm probably just gonna get mine to 200 and leave it there. But yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they didn't let us hyperburn it anyway. The one you could after you could? Okay. Well, that'd be good for those who need that crit damage link then. Well, Legion rather. Yeah. Yeah, for me, I'm already 6 out of 6 JH, so I'm not really looking towards making any new characters. It's time for me to settle down and just clean up the ones I have already, and then properly make this a main. Still got quite a ways to go, though. So I have like about a month to hit 275. That's kind of my goal. If I can get 275 by the Hyperburn, it'd be really nice. That way, I don't really care about the arcane dailies, so that I can use that on the mules, which would be nice. And then, same with Monster Park, hopefully. Because we have the summer update, I'll just try to do my Monster Park things through MPE, I suppose. I think I'm just gonna need to sit down and actually grind it out. That's the only thing. I'll get there slowly. JH just wants good classes, but he also doesn't want to be a bandwagoner. If you make a new characters, JH, how far are you going to push them? Are you going to try to get them to Seren level? Or are you just going to go for Black Mage solo and call it? Because if you want to go for Seren, I heard that mechanics are actually really good for Seren. Like, unironically. It's because, like, your damage doesn't really go down in that fight at all. But it doesn't have any bursts, so I don't know. I've heard that, like, mechanics just have, like, a really strong Seren matchup. If you want to do something like that. And it's only getting better, too. Wait for KMST Summer. It's more like some classes are not that good when it comes to dodging Seren's mechanics. But Mechanic is like one of the classes that just does full damage anyway. I'd imagine Blaster is something similar too. I can see Blaster just like, you're kind of just doing the same thing as you do in every other boss. It's 6 build is not okay. Yeah, it's not cheap. Thank you, Shanks. You don't have downtime. Yeah, see? You are playing one of those classes. Most classes have downtime. Yeah. Still one of the slowest solo bosses. Is it that bad? What makes it so slow? Fire Poison versus Moshuan. I would probably pick Fire Poison. Moshuan looks like high effort. Looks high effort to play. Fire Poison is nowhere close to as high as APM as Moshuan. But he has no hands. That is crazy work, Shanks. You're too uncle. Holy. Yeah, Xenon is a good pick. That class is really strong. Uncle to all. You wanted a pirate, huh? Hey, Mechanic's a pirate. You should make a Mechanic. Is there actually an achievement for 275 of each? Because I don't know if I've even done the 250 of each. I don't think I have a 250 thief. Because I know there's a 250 achievement. If there's a 275 achievement, I probably can't see it until I finish the 250 one. Is Xenon considered a thief? Huh. Oh, there it is. Yeah, okay, so I did have it. Oh, okay. Oh, so Xenon is the thief. Okay. Right. So for some reason I thought it was the pirate. Okay, so then once I get my Xenon, my Wild Hunter, and my Corsair to... Actually, it's just Xenon, Wild Hunter. I don't have a Warrior at 250. Wait, am I playing any Warriors at all? I don't think so. No, I mean like for the 275 achievement. I won't have a 275 Warrior. Oh nah. Make a team, so I'll get my 0 to 275. Easy. I mean, DA would make the most sense. But I don't really like the class that much. DA is boring? A little bit, yeah. Actually, I wouldn't know what class I'd make for Warrior 275. Can do your Dark Knight? That's true. That is very true. Could actually make my Dark Knight, but 275 is quite the investment. Adele? I've heard nothing but bad things about Adele. I'm sorry. But yeah, I think if I was to make a warrior, I'd probably make a Dark Knight. Ice Lightning or Battle Mage? You already know what my answer to that is. I'm very biased towards Battle Mage. Very biased. I think that class is so cool. Hero from the Tanjiro? Oh nah. Do you like blue or purple more? Can't wait for the auto solver. I'm just gonna leave my Legion boards as they are. Do you guys like my Legion? I like my Legion. Show dinosaur. Oh yeah. The best Legion grid. Professional rage bait. Wait until you see my damage legion. Alright, good night, Posh. JH, I would never rage bait. Come on now. Okay, I think I needed like another hour and a half to get to level 261. Any overlapping is rage bait? What about gaps? What about pieces off the side of the map? I'm pretty sure half of my Legion blocks are like off the side because they got bigger and I never bothered to like move them. I'm pretty sure most of my overlaps as well are because my Legion blocks improved and I didn't bother to like fix it. Do we get any growth potions during this event? We probably do, right? So we have 2 mags here. That's basically a whole level. Or like, no, actually, just like 50%. Another one here, and then a transcendent here. So I should be at least 270 by the end of the event. Easily 270. I don't know about any more than that though. I think any more than 270 might be a bit ambitious. But I can try. Did I do my Punch King already? I did. So I'm waiting for the reset. I think the Punch King will give me also another 20%. High Mountain will give me 11%. You know what? Maybe I will make 275. There is a lot of like passive EXP in this. It hasn't reset yet, JH. I think it resets tomorrow. I would expect it to reset tomorrow. Because we got our first one on the Tuesday/Wednesday. It's usually the day before boss reset. Usually. I have actually already run MPE today. But yeah, it's just going to be a slow and steady grind. When the week rolls over and we get some more 3x coupons, I'm going to start sending some of the... what do you call it? I might see if I can farm in Burning Cernium, and then I might send some of the VIP boosters, and that will give me a lot of EXP, I think. Because I'm gonna buy the symbols out. Hopefully they'll get me to like 40 or maybe even 50 on my Sacred Force. And that'll make things a lot easier. I'll probably get to me level 4. So maybe not be able to farm in Burning Cernium yet. Because I'm pretty sure I can farm in this map really easily. It's 262 though. So, if I can get to 262, I should be able to farm there reasonably well. And I can see this skill like quad platting. It'll be free. But I'll probably have to farm with Dawn though, not with Dusk. I am a little bit concerned though. I don't know how much damage a lot of these things are doing. And I haven't really been paying attention, to be honest. I think my fountain is like pretty close to 2-shotting. If my fountain can 2-shot, it'll be fantastic. Anyway, I'm waiting for like the 510. I think the 510 will help a lot. Maybe. Actually, the 510 won't do much for my farming gear. It'll do a lot for my damage gear, but not the farming gear. Mega burn in 2 days. I might use the mega burn to just train my other Cygnus links that I haven't made yet. Because I'm currently 2 out of 5 right now for Cygnus links, which is a little troll, considering it's just literally free damage for me. Oh, I might be able to get another unique or 2. If I can get some uniques, that'd be nice. Katsudon. Something like that. Didn't he find you at some point, JH? When didn't he find you at some point and then like said something or famed you or something? And you were like, who the hell's this guy? Yeah, JH just has too many friends, that's why. You guys don't add remarks to your buddy list? What do you mean remarks? You mean like nicknames? I don't think there's a point when I don't have enough friends for it to be confusing. Man, Gibson, you for real. Very uncle. But yeah, I do if I call other people by like certain names, but like I already kind of memorize who's who, if that makes sense. There's only one like, okay, I'm glad that JH I had him just as like Takyu, because every once in a while he would like change his IGN. I'm like, who the hell is this guy? I'd be like probably confused. But with the exception of JH, I don't think anybody really changes their names. Sometimes they'll go on mules and stuff like that. It'd be fun to like stalk their mules, but I don't really care for other people's mules. Because I'll just see like a random name and just ignore it, right? But JH has actually changed his name a few times on his main, and it has actually confused me. Look, I don't know who's paying for his name changes, whether it's him or somebody else, but I'm pretty sure in the last, like, however the time I've been playing on Hyperion. He's probably spent more on name changes than I have actually playing this game. You have got to pitch drop every name change? Bro, you're just paying a $15 subscription. It's not bad if you're getting pitch, as long as you hit. Name change tech, yup. But yeah, other than that though, I don't usually put nicknames on other people unless I call them by a different name. But sometimes you just know who people are, so you don't need to name change them. New name, new seed? Yup. It is nice that they added the names though, because usually I ignore people's mules, but I'm always sometimes serious. It's nice to see like, oh, it's this person. You see their name in the brackets or whatever. And then you got like other people who just literally use their like the original IG and just add, you know, mule number 32 or something. It's a guy on my buddy list whose like character's name is Pixel. And all his mules are like Pixel Mule 31, Pixel Mule 32. I'm pretty sure number 45 is the most loved one because that one has like a Seren emblem. Just a random mule with a Seren emblem. Wow, it's already been half an hour. That's crazy. What a fast half an hour. Alright, let's loot. Man, in half an hour I get like 200 Soul Erda. Alright. Any believers? Are we gonna high roll this one? Actually, I should lock these first. Any high rollers? We hate watching? Oh nah. JH, I need your powers in here. I need you to offset these two. Oh, there you go, see? Just gotta believe in JH. That's how you do it. Alright. Reasonable high roll. One try. And boss fam. Easy. Alright, show it to me. Boss damage. Come on. Oh. Oh. Percent sign. Yo, hold. Alright, this one is actually pretty long, so the bottom line could actually be like... It's probably IED. Oh. There's a chance. I think it's IED though. There's only one way to find out. This has got to say like 20 or 30. Oh, 0. I hate Bree so much. My copium out the window. So what's this thing? HP then. Ah. Easy is crazy. That is crazy. Oh yeah, it's the HP skills thing, right? No, the top line is Garbo. No, it's Hack 7. Actually, what is the line for IED? I have one somewhere. Okay, so if it's an epic line, it says defense at the bottom. Oh, okay, so it doesn't even have a percent sign at the bottom. I'm actually curious because the lines are different. There's a lot of different lines. Okay, so the bottom line, if you see a percent, there's these HP ones, but boss damage is also written with the percent at the bottom. For epic, it's boss damage to bosses, and then a percentage. And apparently the unique lines are like that too. But I thought there was also, I thought it was written differently. I thought it says something something percent to bosses. Or am I crazy? Has it always been like this? Did they standardize it? I thought they were written differently. Who knows? I'm curious here. Just give me a sec. I want to have a look. Okay, so on epic it's damage to bosses. Okay, so on unique it just says boss damage. Okay, it just says boss damage. Yeah, so the epic line says damage to bosses percent, and then on unique it just says boss damage percent. Yeah, unique you can hit the epic line on the second one, which would say boss damage. Oh, sorry, damage to bosses. So technically you can have a fam that says both of the different ways. Caps out at 120. Yep, it caps out at 120. It caps out at 120, so ideally if you happen to hit like 120 boss already and you wanted more out of your fams, I think you have to go for hybrids or you go for like attack fams. Nah, the dream of 340-30s is dead. And besides, why are you hoping for 40-30? You should be hoping for 40-40. Come on, bro, you gotta aim higher. You gotta aim higher than that. I like how I started farming and I don't have any coupons. Good thing I didn't pop the rune. You can absolutely get 40-40. You can get double unique lines. The chances are extremely low, but you can double prime them. Or at least that's what I was being told. Right. What do I need? I need these. Yeah, it's because Bree keeps hitting 30%, so that's why you're not hitting Gibson. Bree gets all these 30% boss damage fams, and nobody else gets anything, and Bree doesn't even need them anymore. You cannot get the same line? That's a shame. Your 40-40 dreams are in shambles. Alright, back to the 40-30. But then again, you can also go for the, there's also the attack ones, right? So, if you have... What's the highest you can get on Epic? What if you got like... I guess you'd need like 6 attack and 30 boss damage. And you just got that a bunch of times. Because like you got 6 attack, 30 boss, 6 attack, 30 boss, 6 attack, 30 boss on unique. If you got like 3 of those, would that probably be the most that you could get on unique, right? I mean, you lose out on boss damage, but the 6 attack's probably a lot better in that sense, and it doesn't cap. I'm out of 2x coupons. Huh. Oh nah, that's a lot of 15 minutes. If you had 3 times 40 and 3, would that be better than 3 times 6 and 30? I feel like the 6 and 30 is probably a little bit better, right? Guess you had to check your equivalences, but I can imagine it being better on 630. 30% IED fam, worth keeping. Oh yeah, for sure. If you don't have anything better, keep the IED fam. Nothing wrong with using 30 IEDs until you slowly get like attack and boss damage fams. It's the same. I was gonna say, with these math, it thinks I think it's the same. I guess it really just depends. It depends on like your ratios. I think it's different if would the math be different if the number amount was for your attack to a boss damage is different. What if 3% attack was worth 12% boss damage, let's say it's 12, right? So 40 and 10 would be 52, but 6 and 30 would be 54. So if your attack is worth more than 10% boss damage, if every 3% attack, then the 6 and 30 would be slightly better. Math. But it works the other way as well. If your attack is worse than boss damage, then the boss damage is better. What are we discussing? Just like theoretically discussing what would be better to hit on your fams between 3 times 6 attack 30 boss damage or otherwise. It's just like talking about fams because Bree didn't realize it capped at 120, and then it got me thinking like, what is the theoretical like best unique fams you could have, assuming you could pick all your lines. Probably depends on like the character, but there's probably some characters that need IED. Needs IED is Kana. I think Xenon also needs IED from memory. The Omega Blaster doesn't have any IED on it. Most 5th drop skills do, but I don't think the Omega Blaster does. Although I think in the most recent KMST, they made Omega Blaster a lot less important in the BA off the top of my head. I think it went from like 18% to 8% or something like that. It's just a number I remember somebody telling me. You haven't been getting any fams? Better get on the grind, Shanks. Look, you're gonna get gapped by this Blaze Wizard in due time. You gotta keep going. This Blaze Wizard cannot catch up to you, Shanks. You cannot let this happen. You got shoulder hand sprain? Yeah, that's not great actually. You know, whenever my wrist does end up hurting randomly as well. I have a really bad habit of like pushing my wrist back. You guys know how you can like crack your fingers and stuff like that? I have a bad habit of trying to crack my wrist. And the way that I do it is like I push down on my wrist backwards, if that makes sense. And then like it kind of eases the pressure out of my wrist. And then it's like a satisfying crack noise. But then I do that a lot. And then it puts hella strain on my wrists. And every once in a while I'll just be like, well, I can no longer move my left arm. It's not great. It is a really bad habit. Yeah. It's just, if you imagine, if you put your wrist backwards, and then you can kind of put your chin on your palm. That's what I do, and I kind of like put pressure on my wrist like that. And then like, sometimes the wrist like pops. It just makes a nice sound. That's how I like put pressure on it. I have a really bad habit of doing that, and sometimes it just like messes up my wrist because I keep pushing it back over and over and over again. You'd think after the first couple of times I'd stop doing it, but some habits are just really bad to just hard to break. You just flick your wrist back? Yeah, I see it. I have the same issue with my neck sometimes. Like, I can't help but like try to crack my neck, and sometimes it like I hurt myself. You know what also helps too, Shanks? Like if it's in your wrist, you can also get like a wrist guard. That's what I use. So like when I notice that my hands are getting kind of bad, I would use a wrist guard, which keeps it like kind of straight, right? It's really awkward to use your fingers afterwards because, especially on the keyboard, because like the wrist guard is like keeping it straight. But it will stop it from getting worse. But at the same time, you should be resting if you have something like that anyway. Whenever I put my wrist guard on, because I keep doing that stupid wrist thing, or if I've just been training a lot or whatever, I just like try to stop using the computer, because if you can't use your fingers like usual, what will happen is like you'll compensate with other parts of your body, right? So there was a period of time when I had the wrist guard on, I think actually while I was streaming, and then I was still grinding and doing my usual stuff. But what ended up happening after the stream was my shoulder was hurting a lot, because I was kind of like raising my elbows up to be able to use my keyboard properly. And so it messed up my shoulder and my wrist. So yeah, just keep that in mind. You don't think you ever get carpal? Yeah. Like for me, it's more because of my bad habit than actually overuse on the computer. Although I'm sure that using the computer as much as I am, probably not helping. So you Nightwalker and you hold one button? Exactly. See, the guys that play lazy classes, like Nightwalker, Demon Slayer, they're just ahead of us, man. Well, this is pretty lazy too. I'm pretty glad that like at least Blaze Wizard is pretty straightforward. I think as long as you also take care of yourself and keep, you know, keep your wrist active, I suppose, in a sense. What's the word? Like keeping it stretched, so then it doesn't cramp. It's kind of important. Proper wrist exercise is always useful. Or just like standing up and just doing something else for a bit. That's why I always take a break after half an hour. I'll do half an hour training at most, in most cases, and then I'll just stop for a bit. Posture check. I'm actually sitting relatively well. There was actually, whenever I actually have issues with my back, it tends to be because of driving. Because I don't really pay attention to my posture when I drive. And when I drive for a long amount of times, like I lean on my shoulders, on my elbows a lot. I don't know if that makes sense, but you know how like you have the door, and then it has like that little handle with, not handle, handle? Sort of a handle. I lean on that a lot when I drive. So like kind of messes up my shoulder. Stick to lazy classes? Yeah. Good choice. Your seat is almost vertical? Yeah. Good posture really kind of adds up. We love having good posture. You have your other foot on your seat while driving? That is crazy. I try to sit properly. Sometimes I slouch, but for the most part I try to sit like well, because I know my back starts hurting sometimes. It's because like when I used to work in the office, some of the chairs were just garbage, and like you can really feel it. When I use the buff organizer, I don't really need it for anything in particular. I know some people like to keep an eye on certain buffs, especially in like bossing and stuff like that. I just never got around to be bothered to do it. I haven't had any issues so far. Most of the time when I notice that I didn't press a button, it's already too late. That's what I've decided. But yeah, I know some people like to have their buffs in the middle of the screen, but I don't mind looking up here. At this point, I'm so used to having all the buffs up there. It's just, I don't really want to relearn it. My feet are always elevated. That is crazy. How many of you guys have your feet or your legs on your chair right now? I know some of you guys sit like gremlins. You mean the buffs can be organized? Ah, right. You mean like the ones on the top right, and then like they separate, right? What's the thing that I'm talking about then? I know what you're talking about, Oscar. I get it now. I got you. Well, it's kind of the same thing. I'm actually quite used to seeing it like this, and I haven't really been bothered to set it. But the other thing is something else, right? The one that I was thinking of. I know some people have like their buffs in the middle of their screen. Is it buff favorites or something like that? Maybe that's what I was thinking. But yeah. But regardless, I guess I'm just used to seeing it like this, and it hasn't really bothered me. You're not the first person that's asked me the same question either, because it is very disorganized. It's not exactly the cleanest thing to see the buffs in one giant line like this. Horrible posture. You need that if you're using Freud's. I think, yeah, for the class that need to constantly see a certain buff, or need to time a certain buff, I can see it being used. But I personally don't. Mostly for summons. Ah, yep, I see. Yeah, I guess it hasn't really bothered me. Now that I think about it more, I'm a little bit concerned why it doesn't bother me, because I tend to try to be neat in a lot of aspects, but this one not so much. It's one straight line, doesn't mess with OCD. I think that's probably why. It's like, this is one line, who cares? My inventory? Look, my inventory is an exception because that is out of laziness. And my laziness definitely trumps out the OCD factor. Well, Melvin, you're saying that my inventory is not neat? You don't like... See, there is a system at least. You know, I got some stuff. See, my inventory is neat. And then, you know, this. This is not bad. Wait, how much until my rune? Should I wait for my rune? Yes, rune. Take the purple portal with rune, let's go. Toggles on one line, regular bus another bus on third. I respect the guys that did that. I see it a lot. Maybe I'm the one that's the anomaly, but I don't know, I'm just lazy, and it hasn't really... I haven't really noticed it. Sometimes I lose track of certain buffs and I try to right click them and I right click the wrong things, but that's more of a skill issue than anything else. Oh no, why is Rich getting timed out? How many characters is to get 2 Abso equips? You need 2 characters per equip. So for the Damien one, for the shoulder you need 2 sets of Dark World Tree. For Lotus, you need 2 sets of Scrapyard per armor. What generates EXP? The EXP is static. I don't think you actually get more. If you do get more for hitting 4 at a time, it's probably like a very small amount, if any. But the main reason why you want to try to hit 4 is to get out of the room as fast as possible, that's all. So I guess it's more of an opportunity cost sort of thing, as opposed to it actually giving you more EXP. But what determines the number is based off of the map that you're in. If you're training in a higher level map, each of the totem hits will give you more EXP. So if you did like the purple portal in Esfera, for example, it would probably give you very little. Whereas if you did it in Cernium, it would give you a bit, quite a lot more. Even just like, I remember the number from Limina. Every time I hit 4 of them, I got like about 600 and something mil. But here I get like 1.3 bill. It's almost like double, which would make sense because the base EXP for these mobs here are close to double the ones in Limina. So yeah, it's dependent on the map that you entered the portal from. And yeah, it's also affected by whatever EXP modifiers you have. So if you have 2x, rune, all that sort of stuff, then you'll get a little bit more. The best feeling is when we have Night Troop, and then you hit the event proc, then you're suddenly on like 9 times EXP, you enter into a purple portal. That is peak EXP from that minigame for sure. Who here misses Night Troop? You know what, if they gave me Night Troop right now, I'd probably be able to hit 280 by the end of the month. Thoughts? Actually, no, I wouldn't be able to. I think I'd be limited by my 2x coupons. You guys don't know what Night Troop is? Oh man. You guys missing out on some good EXP. Yeah, Night Troop is an event where you have... You know how we have these event procs? You know, every once in a while you get a bunch of EXP from the event procs? Now, imagine that, but every time the event procs, it gave you 2 times EXP or more, and it got stronger throughout the event by 3x. Can you buy it with these? I haven't really been using these coins because I want the event ring. As for the trophy tokens, I zeroed out on them buying Black Flames, unfortunately. Only mild regret. You get some from check-in? Oh, those were long gone, my friend. Those are long gone. I think I used all of my 3x coupons, like, immediately. As soon as I checked in on that day, I used all 3 of them. Skip the filler events. Yeah. Night Troop is definitely a filler event. That's why I usually tell people not to worry about Night Troop if they're like burnt out or don't feel like playing. But it does give quite good EXP. That one I can't deny. But yeah, usually Night Troop follows like a pretty big event. And people have already been grinding a lot, whether it be on their main or on their hyperburns or whatever it is. So by the time the Night Troop comes around, a lot of people actually genuinely are kind of like burnt out from the game. Night Troop is a main event for me. Around Night Troop so you know you're full degen. I see. You know what? I respect that, Matt. I respect that. Like, if you know that you might go down a rabbit hole because of these sorts of events, it's okay to just skip it. I also have like skipped these sorts of events in the past because I knew that it would just burn me out. So I probably just did like my normal things if I felt like playing the game, but I did not bother training as much. But Night Troop is really nice if you have specific level goals, that's for sure. Can't deny that Night Troop is like one of the best training events that exist in MapleStory. Because Night Troop basically gave you like the Tanjiro EXP buff. It was kind of crazy. It's just straight up to 9 times EXP by the end of the event. Crazy. Introduce a badge or medal that we can pot. Yeah, I don't think that will be happening anytime soon. Potable badge, they're pretty set on never bringing that back, which is a bit of a shame. I think if the badges could be potable, that'd be nice. Medals, the same thing. I don't think there is a potable medal, but yeah. That's alright. So it looks like I'm getting like 5% every 30 minutes on 2x, roughly. So every hour I get 10%. Roughly. It's not too bad. $10 hours a level? So if I get like 5% a day from just dailies, then I do my procs plus a little bit more, I could probably get like 30-40% a day. But I am definitely running out of 2x coupons. Maybe I have to actually start doing dojo. Oh no. Not the dojo. I don't remember the last time I've done dojo, but I am running out of coupons. 10 hours a level sounds real good at 280. Hello, Reach. I've started to appreciate training up to 270, even up to 275. The EXP rates are still very fast to me, which is I don't know if that's sad or not. The fact that I think that that's fast, I don't know if that brings me joy. I mean, it's only going to get a bit faster from here. The XP rate from 260 to 270 is pretty static, but I get to slowly get into better training areas, so I expect my XP rates to get a bit faster as I get stronger on this character. But yeah, hoping by a few weeks I'll be 260, 265 at least, so I can give an attempt at Black Mage, blue dotting. And then hopefully by June I'll be 270. And then by the end of June, hopefully 275. But JH says that I could probably get to 275 end of this month, but I don't know about that. I feel like XP coupons might be a bit of an issue. Might be. Yeah. Actually, between 7 Monster Park runs and MPA, that's already like 11% a day. Then dailies gives me like, let's say 2%, that's 13%. It's not too bad, it's 13% every day for just doing usual daily things. Event procs for another 5 to 8%. Maybe I'll have 3x coupons for that. Just finished 30 Janus before leveling any other mastery. You know what? There is a part of me that kind of wants to do that, but I feel like I need damage. Where did Rich run off to? You know, he did say he was laying down before. There is a chance he fell asleep. I feel like I've done that before. Where it's just like you're in a conversation and you just put down your phone for a second, just close your eyes for a split second, and next thing you know, it's 3 hours later. I almost fell asleep. See, I told you. He almost fell. Try to flex on you. You hit 3 times his luck. That is crazy. Are you two just like gambling? Just like, are you guys actually spending money on this, or is this just like a daily gamble thing? He's swiping? What have you done, Bree? You have hourglasses saved up for next episode. You can't be done like this. Look, Bree has always been a locker dog, alright? You can't beat him. What is this? Thank you, Christian, for the 5. I can't say thanks to this TTS though.
And dogs go nyan slash nyan.
That was easily one of the worst things I've listened to all day. Maybe even this week. Maybe even the month. That was terrible. Let's not do that again. Nyan. Look, I don't control the TTS. It's just there. I do appreciate the $5 though. Oh, you guys want to hear something sad that happened the other day actually when it comes to gambling? Because you guys gambling these Pokemon cards made me remember the other day. So in One Piece they sell these little tins. You get 2 packs and like the little neat little tin that comes with it, right? It's, you know, it's just gambling packs. So I just got 2 of them because I wanted one of each of the design for fun. And then I opened both of those, and both of those came with basically exactly the same cards, which is so tragic. Usually when you open a set, there's like, if you get a really bad pack in one, chances are the second one's not going to be completely terrible, or at least not identical. I got 2 sets that were basically the same thing, and I was so disappointed. The one time I gambled IRL, it was disappointment. So let's not do that again. I've learnt my lesson. Only gamble in-game, guys. Alright. Alright, good luck, Bree. I'm assuming this is X-Lotus, so hopefully you get your TC. You opened your set 1 box and got a Manga Shanks? Oh, congrats. That is crazy that you cracked a 01 box though. The 01 boxes are pretty pricey nowadays. You got pinged on that message. Alright. I think I just need to do another hour and I should be able to level up. Where'd Bree go? Bree went off to do Lotus. But yeah. What does Victoria Soccer do? Other than the cosmetics, you get the check-in. It's like this check-in. After you do this 5 times, it doesn't matter. It's just cosmetics after that point. But the main thing I've been doing this for, other than the vouchers, is to get the points for this thing. What One Piece decks are you currently playing? So my main deck that I usually play is Bonnie. Big fan of playing Bonnie. I really like interacting on my opponent's turn, basically. And I've always been like somewhat of a control player, so definitely suits my playstyle. As for the new format that's coming up, I haven't really decided. I might just stick with Bonnie, or I might opt to play something different, but I haven't really decided yet. One Piece is really easy to learn. like the card game. I have thought about like playing some One Piece on stream before. Cheaper than most card games? I would say so. If you wanted to play the actual game and not just simply collect, even actually as a collector's game, it's on the relatively cheap side. But yeah, I think the game is straightforward enough to like be easy to pick up, and if you wanted to play in person, it's one of the cheaper games I've played, for sure. Another polar. I have reached Nirvana. I can farm in Cernium and it's fantastic. I feel like a real character now. If I'm full clearing this map, it's like 15.5, probably. This map itself doesn't have that high of a rate, but a lot of the Cernium maps don't anyway. I had a quick look, and most of the Cernium maps are around that amount. It's like a little bit under 16k per map, except for some of the bigger maps. And ironically, the original Seagulls map I used to farm on my Xenon, that map actually has really big mob count. I think it's close to 18k on that map. So even though I was kind of trolling around and farming the Seagulls, I actually was farming Cernium at basically max efficiency unintentionally, because nobody farmed that map, so I was always on like 100% burning, and then on top of that it was 18k all the time. Yeah. But this one is a little under 16. I think most of the easy to farm maps, including the library maps, are around 16 as well. And then until I go into Burning Cernium, it's probably not going to get much higher. So I'm looking forward to being able to farm in Burning Cernium, but my Sacred Force is a little low. What set is it now? We are currently on OP 10. EB02 is going to release in about a week. And then OP11 is going to release at the end of the month, I think. Something like that. And then we're going to get new starter decks coming out in June, which should be pretty exciting. Head to bed. I'm going to try early start and hope they can grind. Yeah. Take care, Shanks. Make sure you rest well. I wish I had just, I guess, the opportunity to buy more boxes. I find opening boxes to be so fun. It's because you know you're going to hit something, but then you get a bunch of stuff along the way too. It's great as like a casual player like I am. So you get a bunch of cards that you can use elsewhere, and you get a bunch of nice things along the way as well. Buying individual packs does not feel good. You're just like hoping for the best. It's a bit too copium for me. But I think the most fun about cracking packs is like I get to open it with my fiance. I think that's part of the fun. We're just gonna like open packs together. Whenever I used to play Yu-Gi-Oh, I remember whenever I won prize packs or anything like that. Same with One Piece actually. Whenever I got my participation prizing, like I'd always like pass half of it to her to open. It's just for fun. She does often pull the cards that are worth something too, which is kind of fun. Get some nice things every once in a while. It's a nice cherry on top of, you know, having fun in a tournament. Sometimes winning. One day I hope to top another event. I would like to try to get like a top 32 or top 16 at some point, but I think that's really unrealistic. Like, the guys who play at the top level, they're just so much better than me. And I don't have the time to perfect playing to match those guys. So I think nowadays, if I do go to tournaments, I'll probably just pick something and play for fun and just hope for the best. I'm very lucky though, because the guys that I know that do play the game, they're pretty competent. Especially my cousin, who like plays really well. I think he actually went to the what was the last regional? It was in Brisbane. I think he went top 16, which is pretty impressive. I think, or maybe he bubbled out. I can't remember. Maybe he bubbled out, but he was pretty close to top 16. So whenever I get like the inspiration to play again, he's always around to like help me, which is awesome. But he knows that I'm like kind of a pleb, so he doesn't take it too seriously. But he does try to help. And I do my best to try to understand, but sometimes it's just too much to understand. Oh, it's 261. Yeah, that's the goal today. I'm hoping to try to get to 261 tonight, and then try to hit like maybe one level every 2 days. I think that's pretty doable, possibly. One level every 2 days. I don't know. It seems a little bit ambitious, but I can try. Balloon pop gives you fat EXP. Yeah, the Punch King. It's pretty good. Yu-Gi-Oh's crazy. Dude, the cards just keep getting crazier. I haven't played in a few years, but one of my mates, he came over the other day and we were just playing some One Piece because he wanted some practice for the tournament. And I was asking him some questions about Yu-Gi-Oh! And he was just like, oh yeah, these are like some of the top decks at the moment. And I was reading the cards, I'm like, yo, what am I looking at? I thought the game, when I started playing to when I stopped playing, it power creeped a lot. And it just kept going. It's just crazy. Your friends are the freaks that remember all the cards they send to the bottom. You gotta do that sometimes. Depending on the deck, you had to do that. And at least when it came to like the earlier formats of One Piece, you definitely had to do that. I think one of the more popular decks, Red Green Law, it did a lot of searching, and at a certain point you had to memorize what was going at the bottom and when to do your next searches, so then you could pick up the cards that you needed when you needed them. Yeah, that is definitely a skill in some decks that you need to learn. Most of the time it doesn't really affect you, but some decks definitely that makes a big difference. I've been playing a lot of Green Blue Rosinante, and it kind of does the same thing where it plays a lot of searches. So at a certain point you can like start looping through your deck, and you have to like kind of remember where you put things. Yeah, OPO4, until the ban list, it was just Whitebeard, Zoro, and Red Green Law. Those were like the only really viable decks. The red meta was very strong then, and then the ban list happened, and then OPO5 happened. Purple Magellan. I respect it. Yeah. I kind of want to play in locals. I think there actually is a locals on tonight, but I'm kind of lazy to get out of the house. I think I'd rather just have dinner and just sit at home. Yeah, actually my fiance is out of until like quite late tonight. Am I just gonna be a degenerate and just keep playing MapleStory the entire time? That doesn't sound that appealing, I'll be honest. Corsair full rotation on the Discord? You mean like the burst rotation? It really isn't that complicated. You kind of just press a bunch of your buffs, and then you press Nautilus, and then you bind. That's all it really is. It looks like a lot because you have to put down most of your summons. The prep for it looks insane, but you're mostly just putting down 2 of the ships, you para-target the boss, and you put down the other one. What's it called? Like the little turret. Like the first half is literally just make sure you have your summons up, make sure you have Scurvy up, make sure you para-target the boss. That's just like Corsair 101. And then the rest of it is you just press a bunch of buffs, bind, burst. It's very straightforward. IRL stream and go to locals? Oh, hell nah. Going to locals means low-key doxing myself. Because then you will find out which shop I'm in. And then you'll be able to determine my area. Oh no. Don't end stream until you hit 200. No promises, but I think I will be streaming for a while. I'll definitely take a break for dinner, and then when I come back from dinner, then I'll decide what I want to do. Because I think my fiance is... She said that she'll be done at around 10, so I need to go pick her up around then. I think she's going to see, like, a musical or something? I don't remember. She's gone to some musical with her sister, I think. I'm trying to remember which one it is. I feel like I should know this. This just shows that, like, a lot of things that are told to me just goes in one ear and out the other, and I feel kind of bad. What was the musical? I feel like I should know. It's not like a standard musical. I'm gonna have a look, because I feel like I should know. I think it's the Lord of the Rings one. Yeah, crazy that... I didn't know that Lord of the Rings had a musical either, to be honest, but I think that's the one they're going off to see. Yeah, there's a Lord of the Rings musical. You'd be surprised how many musical adaptations there's been for a lot of things. My fiance's been into musicals for a long time. She loves this stuff. I've never really been exposed to it. Like, I know of musicals, of course. Like, you can't help but hear about some of the more famous ones. But I remember the first one that she took me to, because she wanted to intro me into musicals. And I was like, oh yeah, sure, I'll come along. Where do we start, sort of thing. And the first one she took me to was actually Shrek the Musical. It was kind of fun. But since then, I've always kind of appreciated live music, and I know that the guys who actually perform in musicals and stuff like that, they are pretty much the best. And it's always a lot of fun to see people perform, and these guys have like fantastic singing voices. Depending on what you watch as well, it's just a great experience. They're very expensive though, I will say. a rather expensive form of entertainment, but can't deny it. Those guys who perform, they know how to sing and they know how to be performers. But yeah, I've seen a few of them. I've seen Hamilton when it came to Australia. I've seen, what was it? Shrek the Musical, like I mentioned. I've seen Phantom of the Opera. I'm not gonna lie, Phantom of the Opera, as much as I can appreciate the singing, I couldn't understand a single thing they were saying. Because it's like, obviously operatic. Like, I have no idea. I understood, you know, generally what the story was about. I could appreciate the music and the singing, but I have no idea what they were saying. I'm sorry if I offended anybody that's like into this sort of stuff, but I'm such a pleb when it comes to this sort of stuff. I just can't tell what's going on. It's hard to hear. I think my favorite one that I've seen was actually Mary Poppins. I know that Mary Poppins is like a very well-known movie. At least I think it's a movie with the musical adaptation. But I don't think when I was younger I never watched it. So I kind of went into Mary Poppins blind. It was a lot of fun. You can tell that it was definitely aimed towards kids, but it was very enjoyable. It was very goofy. Les Mis, I haven't seen. My fiance reckons I won't like it, and I've seen stuff of it, and I don't think I'd be able to appreciate it. I haven't seen Cabaret, but I know of it. I'm actually going to see a few musicals very soon in Melbourne. Beetlejuice, and another one is coming to town, Hadestown. So I'm looking forward to seeing both of those. I only listened to a little bit of the Beetlejuice like soundtrack for the musical, and it seems pretty good. I only vaguely know what the premise is about. I don't think I must have seen the movie when I was younger, but I don't remember anything of it. So I'm looking forward to that one. That one looks like a lot of fun. It seems very fun. And then Hadestown, I've only again like heard some parts of it, and I know the general story of it. And I'm looking forward to it. Like every musical I've ever been to, I've just went in blind, and I'm just there for the fun of it. It's been great so far. Hamilton, Lion King were your faves? Yeah. Some of these guys are just fantastic. See you in Melbourne? Are you actually coming to Melbourne? This guy is Mr. Worldwide. Were you in Japan and Korea not too long ago? What's going on here? Just traveling everywhere. Go on trips. That's fair. Go Melbourne and Sydney on the 23rd. Good thing I'm out of town during those times. Actually, 23rd. You know that depending on where you are on the 23rd, I think that's when I'm going to see Hadestown. There is a non-zero chance that you bump into me if you are actually in the city around that time. It's 23rd, like the weekend. I think it is. Oh, nah, I don't think you see me. No, I think we're going on a weekend. 23rd is a Friday. I'll have you know that Bree's allegations of my height are very wrong. I am at least 4 foot tall, as opposed to what Bree says. I don't even know how tall Bree actually is. I don't think they've ever confirmed their height. I think I'm just being bullied. I do like that at my height I can see most of the things on the top shelves in the supermarkets. Every once in a while I do need to get some of the stuff at the top, and it's kind of nice not having to ask anybody for assistance. Happy birthday, thank you. Appreciate it. Every once in a while I feel useful when like a random person asks me to like grab something from the top shelf. I feel like I'm useful, you know? What kind of mod doesn't bully this streamer? That's how you know Bree cares, right? Is that how it is? Is that what I'm coping on? Giant vending machine. Slam dunk requirement to press the button? That's pretty funny. Well, most of the people short in the bus. They couldn't reach it. Better question, Rad. Could you reach it? That is the real question. Being tall does have kind of some cons. I'll never forget being my height in uni, because I went to a university with a lot of international students, and to be honest, like most of the people that I interacted with were like relatively short compared to me, right? But you could tell that the university cut their branches and their hedges and like pretty much any greenery to the height of like the international students and that average height. And I was just walking into the arches and like the branches would be at my eye level, but everybody else is just like walking underneath it, no problem. And it was literally everywhere. Any branch that like stuck over into like the walkways and stuff like that was just like at my head level. But for most people, they'll just walk underneath it, no problem. It was like curated to hate on taller people. What can you do? You're short 169? That's not short. Is that considered short nowadays? Hello Garden, welcome. $169's not that short. Damn, living in a world where 169 is considered below average. Oh nah. I think the standards for people's heights has just gone higher. When short people bring out umbrellas, aim for the eyes. That's kind of, yeah. You know, you're not wrong. It's just like people holding the umbrellas out, and you just can't help but be stabbed by them. You are right. Average 179? What the? Is that average now? You can just tell I just don't walk around people. When I walk around anywhere, I'm either just... When it's in shopping centers, I don't pay attention to people, obviously. But when I go out to walk, I usually go to... like, do hikes or something outside. You just don't really see people, right? Man. 179 is average? That's a crazy average. Maybe you guys are just built different. JH. That is funny. And, well, JH is definitely not not taller than 179 by the sounds of it. You want to say you have to look up to your friends? I mean, there'll always be like height differences and stuff like that, but I wouldn't say like 180 would be average. 180 is like, to call that average is insane. See, I would say 170 is like average, right? Or like even like the range of 165 to 170. It's really funny that we say that 170 is average and Rad is like, oh, I'm 169. So technically, by that definition, he's below average. Oh, that's funny. Oh no, not the average height conversation. $162 is average in the Philippines. Maybe I'm just like so used to hanging around. Like just in Asia, at least it's like the average height tends to be lower. At least from my recollection. Every time I walked around between Korea and Japan, like it seemed like a lot of people were quite short. But that's just like my general observation, right? Like I wasn't really like looking out for it, but Japan definitely felt like a lot of people were short. Call you dwarf and midget? Oh nah. Average height of Australian males 175. Really? That is really high for an average. That's a lot higher than I thought. $175 is way higher than I would have guessed. I wonder what, other than obviously like genetics, I wonder what like affects your height a lot. You guys reckon diet has like a big role in it? Probably. That makes sense. Am I above or below average? It depends who you ask. I feel like if you ask most people, I'd probably be classified as above average. If you ask Bree, I don't exist. So, you tell me. My height is like 182 centimeters. Something like that. I forget what the number is. Ironically, I remember what my height is for the Americans, which is like 6 foot. Whatever 6 foot is. Like, it's almost on the dot 6 foot. I don't know. I don't remember my height in centimeters, but I know how high I am in feet. It's like the last time I checked, and because I had to explain it to my American friends, like centimeters don't really make sense. 6 foot. $6'2", so about 180. Yeah, whatever the conversion is for 6 foot is, that's my height off the top of my head. Weird blood, but so tall. Dude, I don't know. I drank a lot of milk as a kid. You reckon that was the reason? I used to have a glass of milk when I woke up and a glass of milk before I went to bed. I drank a lot of milk. Alright, let's try this again. Where's the plan for the Blaze Wizard? 290. That is the plan. We'll get there eventually. Oh, another unique. Nice. Decent amount of uniques today. Alright. So after checking it, we do want to see a percent sign relatively... Not too early, but reasonably early to see it. If we see def, then it's definitely IED. Have you hit any fams yet? I have a large drop and a bunch of healing fams. I have 2 double line healing and 1 large healing with IED on it. So it's just like a lot of healing and a large drop. So, you know, I think it's like a reasonable hit. Right now we're begging for... Nope, never mind. I was gonna say, hoping for a boss fam, but I don't think that's what's gonna happen here. Oh, wait, large HP? Wait, pause, this could be large HP plus something. Copium? Come on, show us a percent sign. Percent? Come on. This is like my 5th or 6th large drop I've seen in a while. Oh nah, it's nothing. It's just large HP. And 6 strength. Okay, this is not even a good one. It's just it's not even party. I think it's alright. But I've seen a lot of large HP. There's one here. Where is it? There's another one here. That's the double line. Large HP and normal HP to party members. Another large HP here with the IED. And then that's my large drop. And then this is another large HP with more HP. Like, when I boss, I literally... Oh, there. There's so many random large HP fams. When I boss, I have 5 lines of healing. There's a way to craft small. Are they not? Didn't they add it recently? Am I crazy? I thought they recently added the small EXP pots. Am I crazy? I thought they added it. When does the math work out for reroll cards from familiar shop versus making epics or uniques from scratch? So the math works out if you buy the reroll cards, it is slightly above average for what it would cost you to make a unique. But you also lose out on rolling the epic. Because obviously if you reroll the unique, like, yeah, if you try to reroll the unique, obviously you don't get to make the epic fam along the way. So overall, you lose out on 1 roll, but it's like slightly above average in terms of cards. For me personally, I don't mind buying the reroll cards just because it does kind of feel bad when you try to tier up a fam like 5 or 6 times and it just doesn't go. And then you could have just rerolled it with a fam, right? So I don't hate it. But I also see a valid reason not to buy them if you just want to brute force them. If you're just trying to spam epics, you can skip the reroll cards. Like, spamming epics for a large drop is cheap. There are the small ones. Yeah, I think they actually added it recently, Christian. Like, I'm pretty sure I said the same thing last time and people were like, you can't craft them. And then not too long after, I think you could craft them. I wonder if I can check. I might have a recipe for it. I'll find out for you. Yeah, for the small ones I think you can. Am I losing my mind? Do I even have... So those are the small ones. Where's the wealth one? Does the wealth one tell you you can make the small ones? Okay, so the wealth ones tell you can make the small ones. but this one doesn't. So maybe I'm wrong. You can't make the small ones? Alright, I have scammed you. I thought they could. Or, maybe I'm mixing up my patch notes. This is where my copium goes in. Did they add that in the summer update? This is my copium. I don't know. This is where I go back and have a look. And find out for you guys. I'm curious as well. I feel like I read it somewhere. Oh well, we'll find out. So they're gonna buff Night Lord again? It's getting better, and they're changing it so then the damage, the DPS is a lot higher, I think. It's pretty cool. I've seen some people with some crazy builds in KMS where they use like a continuous ring and cooldown hats. But I don't know. Hyper coming? Yeah, we're having a hyper burn in about a month time. A little bit over a month. Buff Battle Mage. Agreed. Alright. I'm getting this 261 today. We're getting there. Can I Origin? Why do I feel like this has been asked like 100 times already? But just for you, JH. It lingers, yeah. It becomes like a summon. It reminds me of like the DA. Oh, sorry, like the demons in general, right? Like they stay around for a bit, but this character, you don't have to press it again. At least I don't think you have to press it again. And I think it's also one of the shorter cutscene origins. It felt like pretty fast, right? Like the cutscene seemed pretty quick compared to some other classes. I think everything feels fast in comparison to the Xenon cutscene. Moshwan series? Probably not. I have not very much interest in the class. I'll probably make it for the Legion, but other than that, probably not. Also, hello Rudy. PF cutscene is 7 seconds, dude. This is a whole ass movie. Some classes actually... Like, Xenon, I genuinely was really confused after playing my Battle Mage for a while. Because Battle Mage's origin is, like, reasonably fast. I don't know if it's, like, super fast, but it doesn't have... You don't have to worry about doing anything. You kind of just let it rip, and then you look at the bind time and you press it. Whereas, like, for Xenon, you have to do, like, a bunch of setup after your origin goes through, and then you're binding immediately after. It just... I don't know, it just felt awkward. Evan's gonna be good. Yeah, apparently Evan's doing really well in KMS. supposedly. Yeah, high skill ceiling class, it seems. A lot of buttons to press. Alright. Now I get to make a few more epics. Back to the epic grind. You missed the Legion block? You'll be alright. They've been doing like the event Legion blocks more consistently. Because they did the Abyssal Expedition one. And then they did the Ride or Die one. And they've already teased Ride or Die 2. Now, I'm not exactly enthused about Ride or Die 2, because the original Ride or Die was like kind of eh. But I think they are trying to give us more Legion block events. Maybe like once a year or something like that. And it caps out at 2 anyway, so hopefully they keep doing it, so then people who don't have 2 are able to get the next ones. That seems to be the case. No, I'm pretty sure it's already explicitly capped at 2. I think if you try to put more, it'll tell you that you're capped at 2. Like something like that. I remember on the patch notes saying that you can only have 2 at a time on any character. So the guys who already had the lab blocks, I think could just skip those events. Which is kind of nice, because I hope that if they bring back the Legion block events and all I need to do is just like the bare minimum to get some nice rewards, I'll do that. I won't fuss about like the Legion block anymore. But again, I'm judging off of the Ride or Die event. They did kind of give the Legion block for just participating. You didn't really have to do too much to get it. Yeah. Should stop making us farm 200 to 250. What's wrong with farming 200 to 250? I'm enjoying it. That's part of the game, Gibson. You gotta farm. Pre-260. You're so spoiled. At least Ride or Die was just very chill. Like, to get the Legion block itself was very easy. You just needed to remember to do it once a week. I think you just needed to like clear a certain amount of bosses or something, and I think the easiest difficulty was very accessible. So the Legion block itself was easy. The rest of the rewards, maybe not so much. Bring back potable badges, if only. I love the concept of the lab event. Do you know what I wouldn't mind seeing them bring back? Wonderoid. Wonderoid was kind of a goofy event that I would love to see them bring back. Because it was like just a jump quest platformer thing. It was a nice break, but I know a lot of people didn't like it because platformers is difficult. But yeah. It was kind of fun to do something other than the usual gameplay loop for MapleStory. And you got a good reward out of it. The Wonderoid heart was pretty good. And I think there was a bunch of other stuff in the coin shops too. I remember there being like maybe some symbols and stuff like that. Node stones. It's pretty good. But yeah, I was really bad at the Wonderoid as well. Like, that jump quest, I was like actually a lemming. If you guys know what they are. Just walk off the edge. The amount of times where I would just walk up to the edge and not process, I had to press the jump key and just like walk off. Good memes, sort of. jump quest was the original reason why you quit Maple. Jump quests I think are fun. Just a little bit of like alternative content. But obviously it's not for everybody. Do you guys have any favorite or memorable jump quests? I think I don't really love jump quests. Like, I'm not really much of a platformer sort of guy. But I'm very fond of Shumi's Lost Coin. Specifically that one. Because I remember doing that a bunch as a kid. I don't remember why. Did that give, like, money or something? Like, why was I doing that? There must have been a reason. I'm not really much of a platformer guy. Gave you ores? That would sound about right. I feel like I would have done that for the ores, because didn't you need to like hand in a certain amount of stuff to be able to make gloves from that guy in Kerning City? I vaguely remember like always wanting to make work gloves, like making work gloves. But you needed like plates and screws and stuff like that. Which now that I think about it doesn't really make sense. Why do you need screws for work gloves? Maybe I'm mixing things up. Who knows? It's been a long time. Talking about claw? Maybe I'm thinking claw. I'm mixing it up. That does sound right though, the claw. Leather for work gloves. Okay, yeah, there you go. So I'm thinking of something else. You made work gloves recently for Anvil? I think if I could anvil my gloves, I would love to anvil it with Sweetwater gloves. Like the rare ones you can get from CPQ. Or like from boss runs. Do you guys have any anvils that you guys are fond of? Like if you could anvil your weapon or your items to anything right now, what would you guys try to anvil it on? Uses Abso Archer Hood. Oh, the Adventurer Caves, yes. I don't think you can get them in-game anymore, can you? I know you can get the green one. I think you can farm the green ones, but... yeah. Jackal? Yeah. The Jackal's a good pick. I'm glad that I bought that when it came into the cash shop, when it was like a permanent thing. Between the Jackal and the water gun, I was very happy that I bought. Sturge on a string. That is a throwback. I have not seen or thought about that in a long time. I think a classic item for me is also the bone helm. I remember that was like my end goal as a kid. That I always wanted to be able to get the bone helm. Is that what it's called? Can you still even get that? I don't know. That was like the classic like item for me to always admire. Like there was a lot of other items there that was like I remember as well. Well, see, well, there was a few items in that same category from me just to remember. remembering just like wanting to get. I think the red whip was also one of those items. But remember how you just had to walk around and you were just so slow everywhere, right? And the red whip, didn't it give you like movement speed or something? Oh, slime shoes, that's a good one too. I never managed to get the slime shoes. Ever. I don't think I've ever gotten the slime shoes. And I remember for curling PQ, you just like wanted to run down as fast as you could to get to the slime and just like hope you can get the slime shoes. I've never seen them drop. Like I'm... Oh, Dragon Kanja. That's an old one. So happy you got the snowboards? Yeah, the snowboards were pretty cool. They gave us some nice anvils recently. Hopefully they give us some more like that. I was kind of hoping that this anniversary event, they'll give us some more anvils or something. But yeah, the last one was definitely a bigger anniversary event than this one, so unlucky. Wish they let us anvil overalls onto tops. Yeah, that would be nice. So there are some really nice looking overalls, but you can't anvil anything. Dude, you can barely anvil anything over like the CRA stuff anyway. Or I guess Eternals now too. Because anything that is gender locked you can't get off the top of my head, right? You can't anvil anything gendered. It had to be... Or did it have to be gendered? I don't remember. One or the other. Ice jeans. You know, I'm actually wearing ice jeans right now, like on this character. But I did that because I didn't want to pay for like pants. I didn't want to roll for anything, so I just bought an anvil. Man, this is actually just going down memory lane for me. It's so nostalgic. Surely Maple Story Classic just brings back all of these fun things, right? Look, I don't need to enjoy the server. I just want to do the things that I remember doing as a kid just to relive it. So these memories live on once again. Icarus Cape 1, 2, and 3. Those are words I have not heard in a very, very long time. I don't even remember what it looks like. I just remember it. Holy. This is what it's like to be old. I'm Googling it now. Okay, I see it. Obtained by Icarus and the Flying Pill. Level 40 quest and above. Whoa. That is a throwback. Can't wait for Classic. Yeah, I think it'll be fun. At least for a little bit. I'm just really looking forward to seeing how like Nexon implements Classic. It has a lot of potential. And if they keep it up like... and like updated but keeping the charm of old school MapleStory, I could see it like being relatively popular. Don't get why they don't scale PQs. Yeah, it's who knows. I think Party Quest had like such a nice like alternative way to train, so you didn't have to just grind, you could just PQ instead. And you got some nice stuff from it. Bring back slash find and make PQ meta. I don't know if they'll do slash find. I think they removed that for other reasons. Because people started harassing each other. As opposed to anything else. I think people might have been harassed a few too many times and they just removed it. But yeah, I hope they do bring back the PQ meta. Would be nice if we played Classic and could port stuff for Anvil purposes. Holy, that is an idea, actually. Wait. What if they did do that? That would be kind of sick, no? Like, what if you played old school Maple and the things that you got as, like, rewards or anvils and stuff like that? What if you could actually port them over? Dude, people would actually do that. People would play Classic just to grind for cosmetics. Playing the game for a completely different reason, but Fashion Story has always been, like, king, right? Isn't that what they did in RuneScape? Like, if you participated in some of the leagues, you got some stuff on your main account or something? Because, like, the leagues were, like, a separate world, and you got some stuff on your main if you did that. That'd be cool. Like, if you... They've done it in the past, though, right? Like, if you did Pink Bean and Yeti and you got a certain amount of stuff, or did certain things, you got to bring it back into the regular server. Yo. Nexon, please. Let us get some anvils into our servers. Frozen tuna, holy. Yup, classic. Yeah, I'd love to see that actually, now that I think about it. Like, if you were able to, like, port anvils over from Classic, that would be really cool. Using scrolls again? I mean, technically you still use scrolls in Reg server, right? Is that how it works? How's scrolling work in Reg server? I don't know anything about these things. Hello, reversible. I'm still grinding in the same spot, but I'm almost level 261. That's kind of cool. Grinding is going well. We're getting there. I'm really enjoying the fact that I have Soul Janus now. Now, there's a part of me that wants to be like a bit of a menace and go straight for level 10 Soul Janus. Part of me does kind of want to do that. But I should probably go for some damage. I don't know if JH would be proud. It feels wrong to go straight 10 Janus. I am getting carried, but the thing is, I still want a blue dot in Black Mage. That's my main concern right now. So I feel like if I get damage, might help a bit. Specifically for Black Mage. All the other bosses up until this point, I will be probably getting carried. Glad they included nice anvils in Ninja Castle. I really hope that they do more of that. That is such a nice thing that will, like, genuinely boost, like, anvil sales. If you added more things. Could you imagine if they just, rather than putting NX clothes, do you know how, like, sometimes they do permanent NX sales, right? What if they just rotated a certain NPC in-game with old anvils? It's like, just like a giant rotation of, like, a bunch of items that they just kept swapping in and out. I reckon people would actually pay for that. Look, if they made it really easy to get the giant frozen tuna skin, like on the polearm, and then allow you to anvil that on any warrior weapon, dude, people are gonna pay money for that. chocolate banana weapon. What's the chocolate banana weapon? Play DK for the third job, Dragon Raw. Yup. I feel like a lot of people are gonna play a lot of the iconic classes from back then. Just for that like nostalgia kick, right? I feel like a lot of people are gonna pick Bishop for a similar reason if Genesis has 0 cooldown again. Will be very interesting to see. Does KMS have a old school MapleStory server? It does, sort of, right? In Maple World? I know of the one in Maple World, but is there like an official old school server? Because they're announcing an old school server in like that video for GMS. It's kind of crazy if they don't actually have one. Like an official one there either. That is a little crazy to me that they decided to announce that here but not in Korea. But I'm not sure if like the player base cares about the old school version in Korea. It seems really popular here. I feel like the general sentiment for old school MapleStory is kind of strong in the West. I don't really know much about Korea. Mapleland is really well made? Okay. I guess they don't really need an official server then in that sense. If it's that well made. Get lost in Ant Tunnel again. Oh, man. My sister and I still share this one particular memory where I said that she could explore wherever she wanted on my character. And I said, you can take the taxi to go into any other town and explore. And I, of course, did the rookie mistake and left her in Lith Harbor, so she talked to the first taxi that she saw. By the way, we were probably, like, not even 10 yet at this point. She talks to the first taxi that she saw. And it just sent her straight into Sleepywood. I'll never forget that. And I could not climb out of Sleepywood. Rookie mistake. Some of these things you gotta learn the hard way. Has anyone tried selling on Steam? I haven't tried myself. I have bought a few things on Steam. Holy. Can you guys hear this in the background? Hang on. It sounds like a bunch of quacking, sort of. I'm not sure if you guys could hear that. I turned off the music for a sec. There were like about 100 cockatoos flying over my house. Sound of nightmares. Sometimes you guys can hear the birds through my microphone, but I guess you couldn't really pick it up. Restaurants 200, you can end stream now. Now I gotta get to 261. Actually, so close to 261. Pretty productive amount of grinding today. If I can keep up this sort of training, I'm hoping to get maybe 1 level every 2 days. And at the pacing that will go, I'll probably be 275 by the end of the month. Which is a little ambitious, but I think that's not a bad goal. Oh my god, the slime haircut. If you got the pumpkin haircut, it's a reroll angle. I am planning to try to get this character to 275 ASAP. So I think I don't hate the idea of going for 10 Janus straight up. But I should probably unlock at least some of my masteries. I actually haven't even unlocked any of my masteries yet. So maybe I should get at least 1 level in each of them first, and then I can full send for like level 10 Janus. That's why I said every time. Actually, no. This is the first time I've like actually straight up said that I'm gonna get this character to 290. I have definitely said I would main various characters at different points, but I don't think I've ever said that I was gonna ever push for 290 ever. I've been waiting for this moment, guys. This character is the one. Look, I'm not getting sidetracked by any more hyperburns. The hyperburns are just gonna be that, hyperburns. And I'm gonna get them to end Lomian, but this is gonna be my main focus. Alright, this one loot cycle, I should actually level up. Wow, almost exactly towards the end of this coupon too. Very good timing. And here we go. 261. Nice. It's beautiful. Congrats, thank you. What's this Barog thing? It's a leftover coding from Maple Sea, apparently. When do the check-ins reset? I think they either reset tomorrow or the day after. I always forget if the event resets the day of or the day before boss reset. Thank you, Rich, for the 1 membership. Congrats, Breno. Go loot. If you push 285, I'll take you C-Cast and Carling. Alright, bet. You guys heard it here. Hey guys, do you guys remember the day when JH told me to push my 22s and then if anything blew up, he would like cover for my bosses? I remember that. Bree dodged it again, the membership? True. Bree's never catching any of these memberships. Even my other mod, Shah, got membership. Shake my head, Bree. Alright. Do we get another epic fam here? Nice. And now we can start training this one too. Unless it happens to be boss damage, which is very unlikely. Like, I don't even bother, like, slow rolling these, because I know they're not going to get anything good. Let's make another one too. Okay. Ugh. Posture check. Hydrate check. Ugh. I feel it a little bit in my neck. But it's all good. Okay. Slowly making our way through all these coupons. I am starting to run out. Boss fam check. This guy thinks he's so funny. Right. What else am I really aiming for here with my coins? I want to get this as soon as I can, because I want the the 4th ring for myself, and hopefully it gets a hybrid, and then we're done there. Then I guess the rest of my coupons, or like my points, I think, maybe into the node stones, maybe into arcane symbols. Maybe arcane symbols seems the most worth. 10 medals check. Oh nah, not the 10 medals. This is also nice. I'm looking forward to being able to use these. I need to wait until I have some more of these though. Gotta bounce. Alright, take care, Rich. Thanks for dropping by. You got yeeted into the sky 3 times without landing and then fell into laser. Kinda sounds like a skill issue. Don't you have detonate to move out of the way? How are you getting bounced 3 times? Have you thought of like detonating downwards? What if you just aim your gun upwards to push yourself back down to the floor? Thoughts? Okay, I actually have no more Sunday boxes. That is kind of tragic. It's not grown for the past 5 years. Oh nah. This is mod abuse. Alright, what should I do now? Okay. I think tomorrow I'll do like this high mountain. I think I actually have to do the burning Cernium story first. So let's just quickly do that. So what do you guys think though? Should I just unlock one and everything and then just go max Soul Janus? Or is that too grief? It does sound a little grief. I'll definitely consider going to 10, but I don't know about that going beyond 10. You want damage? I'm just compensating my Hexa with levels. One of everything into 20 Janus. But we're all agreeing we should get everything to at least 1. Is that what we're all agreeing on? Getting 1 in everything? Have we getting to 280 ASAP? Well, I am planning on trying to main it. That's the goal. But what if I just didn't put anything into anything and just put everything into Soul Janus? What if I was like 1 Origin and 30 Soul Janus? Some classes leave certain skills unlocked. Yeah. For Corsair, it's like that too. Like, target lock is untouched, because it's kind of garbo. Yeah, I got what you mean. Okay, I just got a message from Anil. Maybe we're running some bosses. And send 20 Janus. 20 Janus is pretty crazy. That's more than... Is that not more fragments than I've invested so far into my Corsair? Am I crazy? How much is it to get to 20 Janus? $3,000 fragments. Holy. That's crazy. Alright. Apparently it's boss o'clock. It's time for us to farm some bosses. Let's grab some of these. And some of these. I don't know what channel they're in. Channel 13. let me just quickly relog so that I can get this sound out of my ear. I don't know if you guys can hear it very well, but there's like a little burning sound. It's like a fireplace that's constantly going off. It just gets stuck while I train. I don't know what's causing it. I don't know how to get rid of it other than relogging. It's gonna get stuck anyway, but at least I have a little bit of peace and quiet. Oh, it's so quiet. This is like when you have, like, what's it called? Tinnitus. And then the sound just clears up randomly. Yup. Alright, let's go into our damage gear. Alright. Let's go V-Healer, I think. Not sure. I don't know which one we're doing first. Need to open up my little thing that tells me how much damage I need to do. Let's find it. Resources. Have it pinned on my channel. Lucid first for belt. Oh, nah. Well, I don't think I need guild skills for this boss, actually. Alright, let's see my combat power. Combat power, about 20 mil. They said grats on the belt. I really hope not. Yeah, I'm gonna not use guild skills for this. I'll use my guild skills for like C10 and stuff. Not that I have it anyway. This is the first time I'm bossing on this character here. I think I'm okay. Alright, what is the number here? The magic number here is 5.9. Oh, I can do this now. Oh, I can use an origin for the first time in a boss. It's beautiful. Wow, it's free for me. Who needs to dodge dragon? I think I'm actually already good on damage. How long will it take me to grind? Using a bunch of event stuff to get from 200 to 260, it took me about 2 weeks. When did I get a continuous? I got a continuous 2 from a random boss. I don't remember exactly what it was. But yeah, it was just a random boss. Run. But yeah, I am good on damage here already, which is really nice. And I didn't have to use my guild skills. Very promising. Nice. Now I just need to make sure I don't blow up the box accidentally. Would you say moving to Hyperion is good? Basically have all 5th job and level 3 links in Chronos. Scale will take forever. Hyperion seems more stable. I will say that Hyperion as like a server is more stable, I don't think it will take you too long to get it back, especially if you've already done it once. I would not be surprised if you were able to achieve all of that again in a not so long amount of time, and I just got obliterated. I think if you want to play in a more stable server, and that's like a big reason why you want to play in Hyperion, it's not a bad time to swap. Because this event is like pretty good for making links in Legion, from what I can tell, and yeah. It might not be 1 to 2 months, but you'll get it back reasonably quick, especially if you're experienced. Alright. Here we go. Copium for Arcanes. I swear, if another Dreamy Belt flies out, I'm gonna be very mad. Alright, that was the driest Lucid run I've ever seen in my life. End Lucid. I'll take this. Oh, nice. Alright, at least boy got one. He got an armor box. Oh, and he got a ring box. Clean stance though. Disgusting. Look at this. Yuck. You play solo? If you play solo, then I think that Hyperion might even be ideal for you. Because all the maps have... All the maps typically have decent burning, so catching up on top of your main shouldn't be too bad. But yeah, I understand, like, the server instability is pretty rough. I didn't start my BA, but it should be good. Congrats on another book? No. The other guy's taking it. He gave me the book last time. He's taking it this time. If it drops. I hope it actually drops. It was so nice of him to give me the book. Uh-oh. It's not that bad. Nah, I think Hyperion, if you find a nice guild... Did you guys see that? they just got both destroyed by that tornado. That's too funny. Oh nah. Up. He jumped out of the bubble. He jumped out of the bubble. There's no way. Yeah. I can't. That's too funny. This guy's trolling. Oh no, I got sent to blue. Oh nah. What was I saying? I don't even remember what I was saying. Something about Hyperion. Oh, yeah. Like, the server is like... It is definitely on the quiet side, but... if you find yourself a nice guild, you'll be alright. Oh, that's too funny. Yo, why am I always teleported? What's going on here? He's just slowly moving further and further into the corner. Because we keep staying behind him. He's just slowly walking our way into the corner. Oh, nice. I'm still green, guys. All good. I like how he says go as if I'm not gonna die here. Oh nah. I'm just gonna iframe, I'm scared. Got another raw 4? Holy. Plays with a H slow to solo win. I've been just running with a nil because I don't think there's like particularly a reason for me to solo at the moment. It just take a longer time, and he doesn't need the drop anyway. So I don't mind taking a nil's run if it's okay running with me. But if he decides to do like X Lotus, then yeah, I'll give the boss a go. Not running X Lotus anytime soon, I see. Oh! Was not paying attention. I thought I had an iframe. I did not, in fact, have an iframe. We didn't do enough damage for test. It's gonna... Oh, here we go. Oh no! I had an iframe that time. You don't need a weapon jump. You can still weapon swap for your 1 minute. Are there any negatives, or would you just warn somebody about Xenon? Is just for fun? The main thing to warn people about Xenon about is that you gotta really love recharging your laser. It's really frustrating at first to charge that laser, because when you die, you just drop it. It's a bit painful. Oh, I pressed the wrong button. Oh! Figured I might as well Origin. What am I saving it for? Not very much, I'd imagine. Here comes the saddest part about playing Blaze Wizard. I cannot move during my burst. I'm gonna die during my burst. Nice burst. At least in the future update for Blaze Wizard, I will be taking less damage at least during the. It never gets old for me, honestly. Like whenever I see any of my friends or party members die in P2, I just like. I just have a giggle every time. Oh, it's so funny. And I feel like too, the faster your runs are, the more likely that you are to die to these sorts of things. Do you guys feel that? Like I feel like if I knew that I had to do a 30-minute run, I'd probably end up playing better and wouldn't die to these sorts of things. But then because I know that this run's gonna be short, I'm more likely to just run it down. Doing more damage than your 273 Nightwalker? That is absolutely not true. This character is quite weak. I reckon most 270 plus characters should have more damage than me just purely by their Hexa. Unless you decided to invest more into like Soul Janus or something like that, I suppose. I didn't press my AB link. When the move buff freezes, you ran it down every week. Oh no! Shit, they're just taking turns. That's so funny. This is what it's like. This is the true experience of running hard will with the boys. This is the experience. This is what it was like half the time with me and JH as well. Whenever we ran bosses together, this is kind of what it looked like. Oh man, it's good vibes. Anytime your run starts being less than 10 minutes, you start dying out. Oh, don't worry, I know that. Remember the Dark Nail? I remember Dark Nail. Who else was here for that Dark Nail run? They're saying that the stream is very distracting. You guys can close the stream. You'll be alright. Don't worry about it. And the boss is gone. What? I went blue. That's crazy. Swapping to drop. Congrats on book. Alright, I hope we get a second book here. It'll be great. Return to the owner. Okay, that lag really made me think that a book dropped. No, got nothing. Alright, how many droplets are we on here actually? We're on 9 will and 12 lucid. Does it mean I can buy a lucid armor already? Is that what it means? Alright, what are they doing next? Gloom. I do have the droplets to do so. I'll buy it if I get an armor box for sure. I think otherwise it's not super worthwhile, I think. Because I'll be only one set. It'll be marginally better than my Absols, and I'm kind of cheap right now. Just spend money, this guy. Never buy the arcane weapon. Nah, not anymore. Not anymore for me. I've moved on from that. I'm better than that now. Whoa, whoa. Okay, okay. I might die. I might die. I almost jumped straight into that. I don't know how much damage I need. I think I need like 6.7 T or something like that. I'm doing the thing where I cancel the laser. Oh no, I'm getting bonked. .3? Okay, so probably the next burst and I'm done then. Alright, very safe. It's so fast now. You know what actually is another drop I would really like? I would love to see a Estella earring. Then I can finish up my hybrids pretty much, or my drop gear. That would be really nice, but I feel like I'm asking for too much. Oh. Oh, I did my burst in a funny spot. Oh. And then next to him in darkness. My darkness bar. Oh, I thought that was a leg. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Please no. I think we're probably both good here. Probably. My BA is looking pretty good. Congrats continuous 4. That would be crazy. At Shanks. Oh! It's my turn to die. Oh, I'm scared. Okay. Legit, anything fun to drop out of this would be a great. Great. Not gonna be expecting anything, but would be fun. Congrats on ET, Mr. Anil. Surely. Ooh, Estella's did drop. May I take these Estellas? This is when he just takes them. I'll cry myself to sleep. Yoink. Alright. Then I shall leave the rest as usual. Nice. Now I can swap over my earrings to drop. So that'll be nice. I can swap into my healing fams for this. Should talk about Endless Terror. True. We are talking about Source of Suffering now. Actually, okay. I have Origin for the right side. Okay, sure. Surely, this is the one. Source of Suffering for Anil. Yup. I forgot to start my BA. All good. The 8.8T should be a lot easier now that I have my Origin, and I have a lot more levels too. Oh, what the? Weapon jump too. I don't want weapon jump too. Oh, I don't have blink. Oh nah. What is movement? They're going over here? Oh! There's an altar somewhere. Oh, there it is. Uh-oh. That might hurt. Oh, I happen to be in the right spot. Oh, nah. Oh. Oh no, there's a poison cloud there. Please don't. Oh. You float above her because it's green. I see. Alright, I need like probably one more burst. Should probably cleanse soon. She's doing the thing in the corner where she just hits everybody in the corner. This is why I don't like the corner, but it's so much easier to coordinate bursts most of the time. So I don't mind it too much. Oh no, I got dropped out of Fox mode. He ran out. I hate that it has a duration. Holy green. Uh-oh. Can't see. She's just like stunning them over and over. Oh. I didn't realize they were cleansing. Whoopsies. It's okay. I did the hero's will. All according to plan. I think I should be okay. So this is watch me go red. Alright. Source of suffering, let's go. Any believers? I'm just gonna pop a new coupon because I'll forget otherwise. Alright, come on. Arcane box. Arcane box. Oh no. Nothing. My copium for this week is running out, guys. One more boss. Neil got a ring box. Me next. At least Dark Nail should be relatively straightforward. It's less damage on Dark Nail, only 8T compared to 8.8. Alright, last chance for this week to get an arcane box. It'd be very exciting if I can get any arcane box, armor or weapon, because I can transition over onto arcanes pretty much straight away. I have enough droplets from Lucid to be able to buy a piece already. Oh no, this guy's trying to rock, paper, scissors me. See, the thing is, I don't know if he's watching the stream, so I just have to let it run out. Ah, yes. I was gonna Origin, but he did it. Oh no, I'm so far away. Are we trading BM? We can. You can come along to my one if you like, JH. So you can start your lib. It's okay. In the next patch, you won't need to worry about Black Mage to start your lib. Oh! I'm on 1 HP. Oh nah. Stop. Yeah, it's the upcoming one. Oh no, I'm dead. Oh my god. You don't have to do BM at all. It becomes a point system. So the more bosses that you do that gives you points, you'll get more points towards your liberation. So you liberate faster. So Black Mage still has, you know, a use in a sense. But it's not as important as it used to be. You should still do it though. It gives you good drops. Gives you a little bit more points for your liberation. And I think it's a good end goal to try to solo BM anyway. It's a good goal to aim towards. Holy, Neil just got dumpstered because he got jumped on. Probably need one more burst. This is very unfortunate. That's not gonna hit me, right? Oh, it did hit me. That's a lot of dudes around. And I just saw what a nil type. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, I'm barely blue right now. Barely. Do I get dumpstered into red? Who knows? Oh. So close. Oh, they're telling me to do the rest. What the heck? Oh, I'm dying. I'm dying in the corner. How have you guys assigned this responsibility to me? There's no way. That was a bit spicy. Thank you for the carry, guys. Thank you. Congrats on the CFE. Alright. Copium, come on. Arcane box. No. It was empty. Unlucky. Got nothing. Wow. So boy got a weapon box and an armor box. Oh, that is the life, man. God, I wish that was me. That's what you call good karma, because he gave me the book. Now he's getting all of it. And a ring box. This guy's too good. Alright. Fresh account to BM took 6 months? Yeah, something like that. Alright, we can sell these as well. Also, I can find out how many more crystals can I sell this week. 1 more. Wow. Oh, it's because I do so many of the Root Abyss ones for the titles. Okay. I don't even remember what I was doing. I was gonna do something fun. Should I buy my first piece of arcanes? What do you guys think? Should we buy the first piece of arcanes? The first one for this character? Then I can, I guess, work on some gloves. Let's do it. Let's have some fun. They give us a lot of droplets this event, so might as well. Alright. Gotta go to Lachlan. Spend Meso to buy? No way. There's no way. Alright, need to trade droplets. Alright. So from here, I can trade it for 12 coins. That's what I want, right? If I spend 12 coins here, then I can get one of these things. I guess I'll get the mage gloves. Alright. 12. And we can buy our first piece of arcane on this character. Very nice. Where is it? Mage gloves. You bought Archer? Dude, you said I bought Archer before I even clicked it. Nice try. This guy. He thinks it's funny. Yo, 116 strength? Got some leftover flames here. See if we can get anything fun. Wow, nothing. What a surprise. I'm actually really excited for these Estelas too. So then I can actually pivot my gear very nicely. I know I should be saving, but there are some small edits I wouldn't mind doing here. I do kind of like the idea of using the Estelas, although I'm in not really much of a rush to use them. I kind of want to flame this though for fun. We do get a bunch more event flames soon, I think. So maybe I shouldn't spend too much money on flames. I mean, I get 50 black flames. It's kind of whatever. Dreamy Bell looking juicy. No. Alright, you know what? I'll just buy it. I'll buy some. See if we can hit something usable on the gloves. What's the next armor to get? I think next week, after Hard Will, I can buy a shoulder. So that's what I'll probably do. And then the armor box, I'll just, you know, if I hit one, I'll just slowly get the rest of them. Oh no, we're not getting any int flames, guys. No. That means I gotta keep spending money. I have plenty of things I need to black flame anyway, so I don't mind trying to get something useful. Oh, there we go. That's pretty good. 115. Nice. Let me just double check my damage gear. Like, these flames are pretty bad too, but I kind of want to use these earrings for fun. When should we get a cube sale? It will be on the 17th of May. That was the date that was data mined. Okay, you know what? That's good enough. Neat. Now, do I have any pot scrolls? Do I have any epic pots? Oh, that's not the storage. Epic pots. I have a lot of these cubes. Guess I don't have any pots. Not in the storage at least. Do I have one here? Nope. Alright, let's try to tear this up. I don't think I'll try to double crit this, but I think it'll be fun to make this usable. Please expand equip inventory. I'm almost there. I'll just use a few more of the free ones. I'll get there. It'll be okay. Should I be using these to try to tier up? The reroll price is not exactly cheap. It's like 800 mil a reroll. Yuck. If I use all 100 of these, it's like 80 mil. This is so expensive. That's what I'm thinking. Alright, you know what? I'll go down to 90. I believe. I believe in these green cubes. Alright. Yeah, these rerolls are really expensive. Let's buy some cubes. Yo, let's go. 4 billion cubes. This is the fun part. I know I should be saving, but this is too exciting. Got first arcane piece. I gotta spend on this, right? Surely. I don't need to spend too much on the earring, but I wouldn't mind having fun with this. Let me cube for you? What the... Oh no. It's stuck. Breeze cursed me. Uh-oh. Items bricked. I shouldn't have turned my back on the green cubes. Nah, we're going back to the green cubes. I fail stacked for them, surely. Next cube, tears up. Oh, nah. Hope you use 6 bill to tier. That is crazy. I mean, if I use all of these and it doesn't tier up, it's like what Paula said. It's 4 cubes. It's not the worst gamble. It's just a lot of clicking. Come on. Got excited for one thing and it let me down. Those bright cubes did not reveal anything fun. What's the average actually to tier up on? Ooh, nice. What's the tier up rate for epic to unique? I don't remember the last time I tried to tier something up epic to unique. He tiered? I hope I get 2 lines of crit damage on reveal, just to spite Brie. Thoughts? You know, I have a little bit of money. I might be able to get this to 16 as well. Maybe. Maybe I shouldn't have bought so many cubes. I think I got a little bit too trigger happy with these cubes. Oh, they actually tiered up. Okay. Let's have some fun. Double crit damage. You know what? At this point, I would like to see 1 line of crit damage. When did you get this glove? I literally just bought it. Oh, 8%. Winnable. Okay, now we slowly climb the painful ranks of these gloves, where you start going for crit damage and stat, and then crit damage double line of stat. And then you accidentally double prime it with stat. El Clasico with these gloves, right? Oh, there we go. We begin the climb. Hope you hit 3 lines of stat. Come on, man. Channel 8 Esfera? Nah. I gotta go to my home. My home where I hit everything. I'm gonna sit right here under the sun. And now we will hit. Oh, is that better? It is better. Nice. We will hit. We will be 8 crit damage, and then 13 in. Yup. 22 star? Maybe sometime in the future. I will probably try the 22 them, but not yet. No spares. Triple prime? I mean, I'm not the one that gets to choose whether or not it goes triple prime, right? I'm gonna ask Nexon for that one. True. Triple crit damage. Here we come. Triple prime in? I think triple prime in is still not better than 1 line of crit damage and stat. Unfortunately. I feel like the gloves hit 3 line of stat so easily in comparison to everything else. Is that just confirmation bias? I don't know. Oh, 2 lines of stat. Should have came with a line of crit damage. Have to make another one. No way. Ain't happening. Oh no, 3-line luck. Come on. 3-line crit damage. Not asking for much. Three-line crit damage. Oh my god! It was 3. Look at this sandwich. That was the easiest 2-line crit damage I've ever done in my life. Holy, that was cheap. You are welcome. Alright. This guy. That was actually so cheap. Look at this sandwich though. Isn't this, like, actually kind of ugly? I told you. It's the map. This is the map, guys. You know what? I'm in a good mood. Let's use the rest of these cubes. Why not? I wasn't originally gonna do anything with these gloves, but... Not gloves, the earrings, but... Why not? I have so many of these green cubes. Yo, today's a good day to gamble on these cubes. Guys, double crit damage is in the pool. Go, go, go. Go get him. Today's the day. Alright, let's hopefully also get this to unique. Dude, I'm telling you, I hit everything in this map. This is my map. I should do everything in here from now on. Except star forcing. I will always cope on the free star catch. I do not have very fond memories. Oh, star catching in this map. That was a really cheap tier up. First try? Never mind. It's actually funny. This is better damage gear than the current earrings I'm using. Whoa, that was free. What's going on? Alright. Okay, drop rate. That's a good start. I think for this, I'm actually looking for hybrids. So I was originally going to do my event ring for hybrids, but... You know, we already have this. Might as well, right? Might as well. Oh, I thought that was it. Saw so much text. Got excited for a second. If I actually hit Meso and Stat here, I can probably use this instead of my current earrings for farming gear. Whoa, 13, 13, 7. Crazy. Alright, 20 cubes in a dream. Should probably save my money to actually Star Force these things. So maybe I won't zero out on cubes just yet. Oh, what a day. Buying Arcanes hits different. Oh, I don't drop in stat. Very good. What did I hit? I hit 2 lines of crit damage on the gloves. It's beautiful. Now I'm just rolling for hybrids, potentially. Looks ugly, roll it again, for real. It's quite the ugly glove. Top and bottom line is... but it's too expensive. It's a sandwich. Crit damage sandwich. Okay, nice. I'll just use this for the time being. I can actually equip this into my drop setup for the time being. So now at least I have maximum drop rate. And then once I get my event rings and start trying to fix my gear, it should be all good. Alright, nice. And is this actually better? Yeah, barely better. I'll probably hold this until I decide to Star Force it. Because I think if I Star Force it now, might be kind of sad. And I think reset's in a couple of days anyway, so on reset I'll be able to buy the shoulder, so that should be kind of fun. Didn't come with stat, should reroll. That's crazy. Anyway, I think that's probably it for today's stream. I've been streaming for a while, should probably figure out dinner. And I can finally go back to that shop that was closed for lunch, so that's... I'm gonna have my my try of that shop. But yeah, pretty good gains. Managed to hit 261. Have a lot of fragments saved up. I need to do a little bit of research to see if I can get away with not upgrading these, because I think it'd be really funny if I just sent all of my fragments into Soul Janus. It sounds kind of troll, but it does sound kind of funny at the same time. But yeah, other than that, did manage to hit an Estella earring. Thank you very much, Anil, for letting me take this one. I'll try to make this my proper drop meso gear in the future, so very nice earrings to use. And we bought our first arcane piece here. Decent flame, 115, nothing to write home about, but it's pretty good. And we got 2 lines of crit damage, which is... That was the cheapest crit damage I've ever hit. That was under 5 bill, so yeah, very nice to see. Anyway guys, thank you all for hanging out with me today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the stream. And for those who are watching this on the video sometime in the future, hopefully you guys enjoyed it as well. And with that, it's time for dinner. Take care guys, and I'll see you all in the next one.